Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kenny Too Many. Welcome back to another episode. For this episode of Too Many Combos, uh, something that's kind of been coming up that came up recently. I figured I'd try to just brain dump and get an episode on this. Um, but really, what it's going to be is is don't let the bad define you. Um, and I don't mean that in the traditional sense of where if something bad happens, right? We It's going to affect our lives regardless, and it's going to change the trajectory of our lives. Um, and at a base level, it's more like don't let the negativity of the bad thing be the only thing that you focus on and then happens. Use it to learn, grow, and move on. Um, for instance, uh, when my like a life story. So when my dad passed like 3 years ago, um, it was awful. It was terrible. It was super negative and affected my life in a drastic manner. Both, and I hate to say like both good and bad, but um, and there were a lot of things that happened. And for a while, I let that define me, but I let it define me in a negative sense. I let it control me. I let the depression and sadness control me. And it's okay to make those part of my life and make, if you're going through something, make those part of your life. Um, but you can turn that momentum and you can turn that hurt and that grief and that sadness and you can own it and it becomes part of you forever. But you can also, it's my dad right here. You can also use it to grow and be positive because it's never going to go away. That's the thing. Something bad happens to you, it never goes away. It happened and it's bad and it's negative. But how you choose to react and handle that negative energy is what defines your future. It's very easy to focus on the negative, very easy to downward spiral. It's very easy to get just caught up in it and get depressed and sad and why me and why me and why me. But that doesn't change what happened. It's already bad and it sucks. Now you've made it worse for yourself and all of those around you. Um, so it took me a long time to get to the point where I made that part of who I am and not let it define me from a negative sense. Um, about a year after my dad passed, my mom told me she had cancer. She had cancer in her brain and in her lungs. So getting hit with a double whammy like that in very short order, my mom is alive, well, in remission. She actually just had her port removed from her chest, from her things. So God willing, but it was like another thing, and I was still not in a great place with when my dad passed. So it was sort of a it was sort of like a snowball effect. So the point I'm trying to say is it's going to be that much harder when you try to finally start to grow and heal if you've used all of that negative momentum to just keep falling down and keep saying woe is me and keep making it worse and keep making it worse and making it worse. It's going to be that much harder of a climb. And I know it's easy to say from the outside looking in, um, but I say it because I've dealt with it fairly recently and whatnot, and I've seen both sides of what it can do and what it can't do and whatnot. So that's why I feel like it's paramount in some regard that I share this for people who are going through it. Don't let the bad define you. It sucks. It's negative. It's already there. Be sad. Be upset. Be depressed if you have to. Feel those feelings. Lean on your friends. Lean on your family. But don't let that be it forever because it's not going to change anything. My dad's dead forever. I can be depressed. I can be sad. I can wallow in my self pity and ask why is me and deal with all this extracurricular nonsense that's happening, and I can let that be what defines me. Or I can be the person that he helped create, bolster, and foster, and be better for it because that's what he would want. So it's a fine line. It's not being numb and it's not feeling, it's not being sad. It's allowing yourself to feel those things, but not let them absolutely ruin and run your life. I mean, this is kind of a short episode, but I wanted to brain dump this. But before I kind of lost it, I was thinking of it. Um, but don't let the bad define you. Feel those feelings. Don't be numb, but don't let it be forever. You got this.